Yo, what's going on, guys? My YouTube pub is loading really quick. It's taking a second to kind of go through right now. But if you guys can hear me in the chat, let me know. I'm trying to see if I can get the video pulled up here really quick. Um but what is up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. I'm currently going to leave you guys on the other screen for just a second. And then I'm going to load up a couple things here really quick before we get started. But go ahead, please tell all your friends to come check this out. Today Red Eagle's not streaming, so hopefully a couple people from there are going to be tuning in as well. And I'm going to just be pulling up everything as of right now. So give me, guys, just a quick second. Sorry for starting the stream like a couple minutes late. So that's really all it was. All right, perfect. So you can hear me. All right, good. I'm just currently looking for all of the state primary live results. Are the live results not up yet? Wait, what? Connecticut primary. Hey, what's up, Alan? How you doing? Oh, okay, here we go. I was wondering I was wondering where everything was. All right, cool. So, all right, okay. So we got this. All right, perfect. So, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. The volume is too low. You can't, hold on. Let me try turning up my mic then. Okay, can you hear me? Actually, I'll do 500. All right, can you hear me like a little bit better now? Hello, Spryfield. I think you were in one of the other streams before, but I'm not exactly sure if you were or not. So the Republican and the Democratic primaries are happening today, guys. Just FYI, those are occurring today. And it's across four different states. New York, I'm kind of curious to see New York because I really want to be able to I'm actually really curious to see how that's going to turn out, just because of the fact that there are a lot of questions when it comes to that could end up being a pretty interesting race, actually, depending on certain things. But that definitely can become something very, very interesting. Rhode Island, I don't know why Rhode Island, I can't click on that. That's weird. Doesn't have Rhode Island on this top bar here. That's kind of annoying. Rhode Island. Is the That's weird. I can't find the New York Times map for oh, here it is. That's so weird. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to have everything pulled up now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. All right, guys, so I'm just switched over now. So now I pretty much got everything up here as right now. Let me know if that camera position is a good spot. I think that should be a good spot. You guys should pretty much be able to see everything. The polls in Connecticut and Rhode Island, they close at 8 p.m. each. New York and Wisconsin, they both close at 9 p.m. On Point Politics is my favorite. You do all the primaries that nobody else will. I mean, I appreciate it. I know that real Americans actually doing it right now. But I do appreciate that support. Either way, guys, we are at 21 viewers. Let's get the like count up. We are currently at 10 likes. So if you have not liked the video, please go ahead and do like the video, because I don't want people ghost watching this. So if you guys can go ahead and actually like the video, I would appreciate it. Arizona AZ Joseph says hello from Arizona. What's up? American Spiritual Politics. I am not going in the VC this time. I will probably do that at some point. I'm probably going to do next time I do a VC thing, it'll kind of be like a call-in stream pretty much. So that's what I'm gonna really do. Can you do these Mississippi Second District? I mean, I could theoretically pull this up and just have it here. I mean, I guess I'll have it pulled up. Wisconsin question one. I have actually not heard about this, so I'm kind of curious to see what this is. Let's see. If passed, Republic would be added to the state constitution that only election officials designated by law could administer elections after 20 raised concerns about nonprofit groups. Huh, interesting. Um, Wisconsin voters will decide whether to amend the state constitution to brand private funding of elections part of a national backlash to negotiations. Oh, wow. Okay, this is interesting. This is actually going to be pretty interesting because I'm actually really curious to see how this goes because depending on how this goes, we can kind of gauge the national environment for the election overall. Guys, we're at 29 viewers. Let's get the like count up, please. We're currently at 29 viewers with 18 likes. Let's try to keep the viewer like ratio basically the same. We're at 31 now, so if you guys could keep liking the video. If anybody hasn't liked the video, please go ahead. So I would greatly appreciate that. So right now we're basically looking at this, and so this is basically going to decide whether or not private funding is allowed in the state, which is actually going to be very interesting. I'm very curious to see how this goes because, and actually, this may in fact probably pass. Maybe it depends because Trump is on the ballot today. And this might pass too, especially since Trump is on the ballot today, because the people that are going to turn out for that are going to they're going to tend to be more Republican, voters overall that are more Trump aligned, since Trump is probably going to win the Wisconsin primary by a lot. And then the Democrats, we are also waiting for their results as well, even though I can't actually find their pages for some reason. I don't know why I'm not able to find the individual pages for them. It's kind of strange. Like if I go over here, for whatever reason, it's not letting me. Let me go over here. It's not 744. You see, if I go over here, it is currently not letting me. Claudia Gay for Trump VP. I share everything to True Social and Claudia. Oh, yeah. Trump 24 as a rep party member from Michigan. All right, cool. Just watch the Wisconsin referendums. That's going to be huge. I mean, that is potentially going to be big. If Trump outperforms Biden, this will pass. I mean, I'm assuming Trump is probably going to get more votes in Wisconsin, by the way. That's just what I'm thinking. That's probably what I'm thinking. He gets more votes than Biden in Wisconsin. I think that's pretty, in my opinion, that's basically like a no-brainer. To be honest, I think he's gonna get more votes than Biden, but obviously we're gonna be waiting, as time goes on, and we'll be looking at the results here as well. Oh, you see? I'm gonna have New York's pulled up because I want to be able to like compare both. Because I'm very curious to see how Biden's gonna perform today in the New York primary. This is one I've actually been waiting for a while, just because of the fact that Biden hasn't been leading the polls by a lot in New York, and so I'm very curious to see if something is gonna happen. They theoretically what's going on there today is that they're kind of doing like a protest vote. So like if you could write blank ballot, but it's not an official option on the ballot here. So if there's like really low turnout compared to other, years, it's probably because of that. Are you pregnant? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, guys. I'm gonna pull up an electoral map right now, and I'm gonna kind of go over what the state of the race is overall for anybody that's new here. I'm gonna just kind of be going over the state of the race, in a regular sense, like what we're really looking at here. And so pretty much, guys, right now, it's not looking good for Biden. It's really not. Um, Again, right now, Trump still leads the aggregate by 1 point in the head-to-head matchup. And if you were to do the five-way, Trump's ahead by 2.5 percentage points. And then believe it or not, if you were to do, I think it's if it's just Trump and Kennedy, like if you were to pull up that, like if we were to go there, Trump versus Biden versus Kennedy, RCP, if we were to actually go there, Trump's actually leading that by 5.4 percentage points, which is very interesting. However, in the three-way race, he actually does have a higher percentage. He actually is sitting at 42%. Biden sits all the way down at 35% in this scenario. This would be a huge electoral college win for him, for Donald Trump, if that were to actually happen. Guys, if you guys are new, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the post notifications. Make sure to follow the Twitter. We are about to hit 100 followers on Twitter. And please make sure to go ahead and join the Discord server as well, and also promote this, share this with some friends or whatnot, so they could kind of tune in and see the results, as of right now. Rhode Island is about to close in 11 minutes. I think the Mississippi's runoff election is going to close in a couple minutes, and Connecticut is also going to close in a couple of minutes as well. So we're going to be able to kind of look at these and see, how well Donald Trump's really performing in these states. How's Kennedy doing in Michigan? Um, I actually don't know. We could go look at that really quick, actually. If we were to go to the five-way aggregate, Trump's ahead by 2.8 percentage points in the five-way aggregate. And if you were to go to the one-to-one aggregate, Trump's ahead by 3.5. So his lead actually decreases when you add the third-party vote shares, which is kind of interesting. Biden at this point in time was leading by 4.4 points in Michigan, and Clinton was ahead by 10 percentage points. So there is a huge discrepancy. There is a very, very, very big discrepancy as of right now. It's not looking good at all. It's looking really, really bad as of right now. But I'm thinking, overall, probably the states that are going to go, in a certain direction. I think that all these states that I'm kind of listing out are going to go to each party by over 15 percentage points as of right now. I think Colorado is probably going to be likely. Funny enough, they actually did release a poll out of New Jersey today. Biden in a two-way race leads by only 7 points. And when you include the three other candidates, he only leads the state by 5 points according to the poll, which kind of lines up with like an R+8 Michigan. That makes a lot more sense. If New Jersey's D+5, then like a R+8 Michigan makes complete sense. What do you mean Biden losing one Republican county upstate? What do you mean by that? More than likely, as of right now, this is probably how I see the election going. Maybe Nevada is lean R, like it could be. But as of right now, this is probably what I'm looking at for the presidential election as of right now. Maine could be closer, New Hampshire could be closer, Nebraska's second, could definitely be closer. There is actually big news out of Nebraska. The governor actually wants to pass a law to actually make the state winner take all. So there's a possibility that it's not going to even matter, and Donald Trump's going to get 313 in this scenario, which would actually be kind of crazy, because that basically means that if this scenario were to happen, Biden would in fact get this. So if Trump were to win Maine, and but not win Michigan, Pennsylvania, or Arizona, he could actually win the Electoral College outright and not even tie in it. Or if Donald Trump were to somehow win Arizona, for example, let's say he were to win Arizona but not win Wisconsin, he can tie in the Electoral College. And so that's a really important thing. So actually, the governor there is actually pulling a pretty big move, because if he actually decides to go through with that, that's going to be big news. That's going to be pretty big news overall. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Now, the states of like Arizona, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, they could be lean, but it really depends what we're really looking at. We're gonna have to wait a little bit to really see, because it might take a while, for us to really like go through all this and really understand where everything is at. But I think as of right now, Donald Trump is in a really good position to win the 2024 presidential election. I mean, he's in a really good spot overall because right now Wisconsin's lean. He wins it by like 2 points here. He wins North Carolina by 4.5. He's winning Georgia by like 2.5. And he wins Nevada by like a point and change, basically. That's practically what happens at this point in time. And so, really, in the polls, haven't looked better for Trump ever. They have never looked this good. He's never led in Michigan by 3.5, ever in his political career. This is the first time that he leads the aggregate in Michigan in quite a long time. You see, look, they finally dropped a poll like literally now. They just dropped the poll in New Jersey. This is the first poll out of there. And Illinois hasn't done a poll there since like October. It's been a really long time since they actually dropped a poll out of there. But even this, if you look at the battlegrounds, when they poll like battlegrounds and stuff like that. Oh, wait, yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, see, Trump's up by 0.8 in Wisconsin. He's up in Arizona and Georgia by 5, which is kind of insane. He's up in Michigan by 3. He's up in Pennsylvania by 0.2, up in North Carolina by 4.4, and up in Nevada by 3. So the polls have the swing states at basically this. This is what they have the swing states at. This is what the swing state polls basically look like right now. Now, do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. I would generally be pretty surprised if Donald Trump's best state in the Rust Belt were to be Michigan. I would be pretty shocked because that basically would mean he's getting over 20% of the African American vote at that point. He'd probably be getting in the mid 20s at that point if he was really hitting that. Guys, we are 43 concurrent viewers. Thanks so much for the support. But if you would go ahead and please hit the like button so we could get it out on the algorithm, I would really appreciate it. Who do you think wins North Carolina governor? Now, I think Robinson is going to underperform Trump by a point or two because of the whole, comments that he said. But if Trump is winning the state by 4.5, I think Mark Robinson wins by like basically what by Trump won by in 2020. He probably wins by like a point and a half or like 2 points or something like that. Like it's not going to be something where he, magically just, ends up losing because supposedly Josh Stein is going to help Biden on the ticket. But that doesn't really even work because during presidential years, the president is the top of the ticket, the governor is not. So, whatever turnout Biden gets is basically what Josh is going to get effectively. That's basically what happens during presidential years. During presidential years, the Senate races usually like Senate, governor, House races, usually whatever candidate wins the presidential election in a state is going to carry the rest of the people with him, unless one candidate is very popular and they outperform him, or he's very, very, those candidates are very unpopular and they underperform him by like 10 points or something like that, like something ridiculous. You know, Michigan is going to be perform the best. Donald Trump is going to perform the best in Michigan if the shift continues in Michigan. I actually see Trump +5, +6 in Michigan on election day. More Muslims are, yeah, but I'm not, bro, but +5 in Michigan? I don't know, man. I don't think he wins it by over 5. That's like, I don't know. I don't think he wins it by over 5 points. I think he could win it by over, like, I think he could win it by 2 or 3 points on like a really good night. But to win it by 5, I think is a little excessive. I think that's a little too much. Who will win, Ron Eller or Andrew Smith? I actually honestly really don't know about this race, so we're going to be looking at this as the night goes on. And all of these should be called, right away, because Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure, is going to win the Wisconsin, Senate race, Connecticut. He's probably going to win the Connecticut race. I don't know if any of these are open primary, but I'm almost 100% certain that he is going to, in fact, win these for sure. That's not going to be a problem for him. Isn't Michigan lean Democratic, though? I mean, not necessarily. I mean, because this is a presidential year, so there's going to be a new coalition of people coming in. And Trump improving with African American voters is also not going to really help Biden's case either. That's the problem, too. Trump doing a lot better with African American voters is really going to help Trump. That's the thing. And then this year, in 2022, a really large, college educated, coalition kind of came out for Trump. But this time around, or it's not for Trump, but in the midterms, a huge, like, college educated voter coalition came out for the Democrats. But this year, the enthusiasm for that really isn't the same. A lot of college students really don't like either option. And so I think that really the only younger people that are gonna come out are people that just really, really like Trump, or they really don't like Trump. Like, no one's really voting because they like Biden. It's more so they don't like Trump type of thing. Now, if you guys are new to this channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, make sure to hit the post notification bell, and also make sure to follow the Twitter in the description down below, as well as join the Discord. We are currently at 44 concurrent viewers, 36 likes. So let's get the like count up to 44. Let's get the like count up to 44 at this point in time. Michigan, Nevada, and Arizona will flip to RFK. No, he's not winning a state. I believe it could happen. I have left the Democratic Party in 2023 November and joined the Rep Party 3 weeks ago. I voted for Biden in 2020. A lot of friends from me are still in Dem Party voting Trump. I mean, yeah, but like, you gotta understand, it's not like, yes, you could have a lot of friends that are voting for Trump, but at the same time, you like, not to say that nobody's vote matters, but when, like, because how many friends do you have? What, I'm assuming it's like 3 to 5 people that you say are gonna vote for Trump but are in the Democratic Party. That's 5 votes out of like 6 million casted. So, yes, there is going to be a shift towards Trump, but it's not to the point where he wins it by a likely margin. Trump would have to win the state by, like, I think, like 250,000 votes to win it by 5. That's a lot. That's a lot of votes. Because Biden won it by like 120 something thousand, or like 140,000, and won it by 3. Basically, won it by 2.8 points. So for Trump to win it by 5, he'd have to win the state by like 300,000, and that's a big feat. That's big. Asian American for Trump 2024, we need him back. That's true. Nebraska needs to pass. That's what could be winner take all. Democrats trying to win some electoral votes for Nebraska in November by winning Omaha. Yeah, I mean, they need to pass that very soon. All right, guys, so the polls are closing. As of right now, no, Michigan, or it's not Michigan, Mississippi second district primary. That's gonna happen. We also have the Connecticut, primary, as well as the Rhode Island primary. So I'm actually going to move all these over here on this side, so I don't have to keep, going back and forth on this side between all of these. And I'm gonna move Wisconsin over here as well. Actually, I think I'm gonna put Wisconsin on this side of the thing. I was kind of done with Trump after 20, but once they took him off the Colorado ballot, I got back on the Trump train. Well, that's good. I fully agree with you. Maybe 4 to 5%, but 6 is too much. I'm still in the Democratic Party. I will stay there, but I won't vote for Biden again. I'm living in a county in the last. Oh, okay. So he's probably trying to say, like, I'm living in a county that voted Democrat in the last election. It's probably what he's trying to say. JFK is not going to win any state, but do you think he can finish in second in some states? Possibly like a really deep red state, maybe. Maybe like Wyoming. He could potentially end up in second. I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in second in Utah. I wouldn't be surprised about that either, because that's actually the first state that he got on the ballot for, and I think that RFK would actually really appeal to a lot of people there. So I think that, believe it or not, he probably should. He should actually get second place there. I'm not gonna lie. He probably could get second there. So I wouldn't be really that surprised about that, to be honest. Um, let's see. So New York, none of these have reported results yet. We're still waiting. I think I'm gonna play some campaign trail while we wait for some of the results to come in as of right now, because I'm not gonna just keep you guys here repeating the same thing over and over again. So we're gonna kind of mess around, do a little bit of an experiment, see what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna run as Trump on Mike Pence. Keep that. What difficulty should I actually try on this? What difficulty level should I do? So I'm gonna let you guys pick what he's I'm gonna let you guys pick this. So go ahead and pick the difficulty level. Um and I'll wait for you guys to pick. So guys, we are at 50 concurrent viewers. Please make sure to get the like count up. We're at 50 concurrent viewers, 41 likes. Let's get the like count up to 50. Come on, guys. I will still be reporting results. I'm just gonna kind of try to keep you guys as entertained as possible while we do actually wait for some results out of these states, because I'm kind of curious there actually is gonna be results anytime soon. So I am waiting for a little bit more people to vote on the poll, because it is currently a tie. So I'm currently waiting for a few more votes. It seems like Impossible might end up winning this. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna play this on impossible mode then. So, well, here we go. So, what will you say to the American people as you accept your party's nomination for president? My record over the past 4 years speaks to itself. Record low employment, terrific success with tax cuts and foreign policy. If it wasn't for China releasing COVID, this election wouldn't be a contest. The crooked media is in the tank for Joe Biden and his son Hunter, and they're doing everything they can to make my term one of the most successful look like a disaster. Don't fall for it. This election is the battle for the soul of America. The radical Democrats want to da 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 da. What's up then? We are fighting. We've done some believable things for conservatism in America. Things people wouldn't have dreamed of 4 years ago. The largest tax cuts in history. Fighting for religious freedom. Standing up for China. I'm very proud. I think I'm gonna go. On point politics. New York mayor's race. Adams or Siliwa? What? What blue state do you think has the best chance of flipping besides Nevada? Probably Georgia, 100%. Georgia is the most likely to flip out of all of those. Trump is kind of expected to win Georgia pretty easily, in my personal opinion. He's probably going to win Georgia fairly comfortably. I'd say by like 3 points, something like that. He wins it by about 3 points. I think for this, I'm going to go with the media statement. Looks like you got an upgraded attack plenty of times over the past 4 years, but it is enough for you to get a second term. Which of these themes will you emphasize the most as you campaign for president this year? We had unbelievable economic goals, blah blah blah, da da da. Joe Biden's a joke, da da da, da da. I'm gonna go with the economy line. Okay, so here we are. So for some reason, it shows Missouri as safe blue, but it's really 51 to 47%. I think I'm going to go to Ohio first and kind of campaign here. Joe Biden has been meeting with Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and other such politicians in an attempt to unite the Democratic Party. Do you plan to highlight these events in your speeches? Da, da, da. As the leader of this country, do you plan to wear a mask as you appear at various campaign events and official functions? Mask or factor? Da, da, da. I'm gonna go with this one. All right, so that actually made Ohio more blue. Great. Georgia for some reason is blue, but it's only a 4-point win for Biden. I'm gonna go to Florida. How much of an issue do you plan to make out of the Democrats' attempt to impeach you? That maybe it wasn't illegal. Mr. Rourke can decide that. I'm gonna go with the PC version. And really look at that. Oh, damn! I forgot. I guess I forgot to turn this off. Apparently, I have a thing here. Media manager increases the effectiveness of campaign ads. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna leave that be. Lobbies. Ad campaign. I guess I'm gonna put ads in. I'm gonna put ads. Where should I put them? I'm gonna put ads in Wisconsin. So we'll do like, okay. So we'll do like probably like I'll put in like 500,000 per turn there. In Michigan, I'll put like maybe 1 point, no, not that much. No, 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 no. A million in Michigan. PA, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more there just because there's a higher amount of electoral votes. So I'm gonna really try to focus on those for now. That's really what I'm thinking of there. Let me check the results just to make sure. Okay, so there are some results coming in. Donald Trump is literally at 40 votes in Connecticut. Haley is at 4, and it's coming out of New Haven, which seems to be a Republican stronghold county. Donald Trump is at 1% of the vote counted. He's at 89% of the vote, basically, with 90% in Governor. And in Charlestown, he's sitting at 88% as of right now. And so do you think Trump could flip New York on a very good day? I don't know about that. Minnesota's only a 3 point difference right now. I'd say that's true. Who's your personal choice for VP? I'd say between Ben Carson and Lee Zeldin. I think those would be my like really, really good VP picks, in my opinion. Those are like my top picks, to be honest. We'll be going back to the results, as time goes on, but I am going to be playing this for a bit as of right now. Ad campaign, okay, I already did that. Physically campaigning, media engagement, I'm gonna probably put this up. Fundraising, probably put that up here, in my opinion, something like that. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. An outbreak of the COVID-19 has led to a wave at stay-at-home orders. How do you just introduce Democrat, Republican, da da da? Okay. So that did actually help me out a little bit in like other places. I'm going to go to Texas and look at that. What are your thoughts on the death of George Floyd and the wave of protests in the wake of his death? What will you say to the nation? I think I'm going to go with that. Are you considering policies such as a national lockdown or mask mandate to control COVID-19? Conversely, do you plan to speak out against these ideas? Da, 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 da. All right. Oh, wow. That really hurt me, actually. Okay, let's look at key races to watch. So, yeah, Donald Trump's already the projected winner in these. So is Biden. Um, Biden has a lot more votes already so far compared to Trump in the primary, however, there is a lot of uncommitted votes, so that's not a good look either. Biden's at 7% of the vote in Rhode Island. He's at that 1.4 thousand. Trump is at 10% of the vote, and he's at 1,000 votes. Oh, Biden is now at 2,000 votes in Rhode Island. So they're counting these pretty quickly, actually, for the most part. Mississippi has not started counting. Connecticut, he's already kind of there. Hartford, there's one vote out of Hartford for now, and it's less than 1% of the vote in. So it really doesn't matter. Trump's at 10% of the vote. You think Trump will get over a million votes in the New York in this primary? I mean, it kind of depends. I'm like actually really curious to see what he does get in the New York primary, and I'm curious to see what Biden gets. This is going to be a big one to actually look at tonight. I'm really curious to see where that's gonna end up. I'm gonna go to Pennsylvania and see this. Um, to what extent do you support emergency economic legislation? Da, da, da. Um, okay, that did actually help me a tiny bit. Um, that did actually kind of help me. I'm gonna go to Arizona just to kind of fuck around. There has been an increase in Asian American hate crimes in 2020. It's funny how these people call da da da. Do you have anything to say about the stories that have circulated around your opponent's son? Da da da. That actually decreased my lead there. Funny enough. I'm gonna go to Georgia. How close are we to having an effective vaccine for COVID-19? Can you tell the American people about its safety and effectiveness? Da, da, da. Da, da, da. I'm gonna pick Amy Comey. So that should help me a tiny bit. Yeah, that probably did help me a little bit here and there. Um, okay. Let me look at the results again. Nothing's really too different. It's just, they're still counting. Trump is only 1,000 votes below Biden in Rhode Island, so that's kind of interesting. Donald Trump is currently sitting at 300 votes in Connecticut. Biden is sitting at 900 votes, but the uncommitted vote share is kind of high. He's sitting at only 19% in Connecticut, which is actually really interesting. Trump is sitting at 79% in Connecticut. It's actually quite funny, but believe it or not, if you actually look at this, I think Trump and Biden yeah, Trump is actually tied with Biden in terms of actual, like, percentage wise in Connecticut, which is out of all places, which is pretty interesting. Right, Rhode Island, he's at 78. Trump's actually at 87%. So with over 10% of the vote in for each party, Trump currently has a higher percentage of the vote in Rhode Island than Biden does in this state. And this is a state that Biden won by quite a significant amount. So that's not a good look whatsoever for the incumbent president. Hmm. Okay, wow, that actually kind of helped me a bit. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go to Texas now. Hmm. Think I'm gonna start boosting my expenditure here. So I think in Georgia, I'm probably gonna put down like I'm gonna put down like 2 million there. In Arizona, I'm gonna put down a little bit there, and I'm gonna put down in Nevada. I'm gonna put some down too. Oh wow, that's not good actually. That's not good. Remove. So I guess I basically need to stay within 4 million bucks. Pretty much for the most part. So what I need to do is okay. He's at 80% in Connecticut. 27% of the Rhode Island votes already in, and he's at 2,000 votes. Kind of curious. So Rhode Island, 3,000 with 30%. Biden at 24%. He's at 78. Wow, so Trump is getting a higher percentage of the vote in both states so far. That's very interesting. That's actually happening up there. Even though Trump is getting less raw votes, he's still getting a higher percentage of the vote share in the primary, which is a pretty big deal as well. Let's look at this. So Wisconsin, probably he needs to put down like this much there. In Michigan, he needs to put like this much down. Hold on. In Pennsylvania, Nevada, or Arizona, I guess he's gonna add. And then I think, okay, North Carolina. I think I'm gonna focus on getting on putting money in North Carolina as well. That's where I'm gonna let it cook. I should still, okay, perfect. So I should still gain like 1 million. All right, perfect. So I'm good there. Um, hmm. Hmm. Okay. Either way, I'm still gonna net a little bit. So let's see. Sleepy Joe and I have incredible. Da, da, da. Hmm. Who do you think wins Arizona Senate? Probably Carrie Lake as of right now. That's what I'm thinking. In Wisconsin, I think Eric Day. It's hard because it kind of just depends on how much Trump wins by. If Trump wins by like two or more, then Eric probably makes it over the top. But if Trump wins by less than that, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. I'm not gonna lie. 73% of the votes already in Rhode Island, and Trump is at 7.8 thousand. Biden's at 12,000 votes with 56% of the vote, and meaning there's more votes to count. So Biden probably outruns him there, which is okay. That's not a big deal. Um, Trump, yeah. Connecticut's still waiting to count for some reason. The polls close in 40 minutes in the other states. So I probably will be hopping off the stream at some point after the polls in New York and Wisconsin close, probably at like 9:15, 9:30 is when I'm going to be hopping off the stream, guys, just FYI. I know there are more streams left, so we will be doing those as well overall. Ohio, okay, I'm looking good there. So in Michigan, I'm looking good here. I might actually make a move on Pennsylvania. You have caught COVID-19 and require hospitalization, but fortunately it appears you will recover. How will you act in the wake of this episode? They say you must be a little contagious for a bit. Da, da, da. I'm feeling great. I was a little sick. Da, da, da. All right, I'm going to do that. Your immigration policy have antagonized opponents and pleased your core supporters, but your signature wall remains unfinished. What do you do to plan next? Okay, that actually kind of helped me out a little bit. Um, in up here, kind of it was a wash, but it still helped. I'm going to Florida. Do you have any statements to make in regards to gun control, bear arms? Okay, all right, that seemed to kind of help a little bit. Your plans for federal infrastructure bills stalled over the past couple of years. Do you plan to pursue this again if reelected? How large should any package be? Da, da, da. Hmm. Oh, damn, that kind of messed me up a little bit. North Carolina, I guess. Hmm. Let's see. See, now they're starting to count a little more. Biden's at 64%, Trump's at 80% there. He's probably going to get over 10,000 votes, by the way. A truce is a truce. Da, da, da. Hmm. All right. Let's see what happens. I mean, I tried my best, but I'm probably cooked. Cause it's just because I'm playing it on like a harder mode. Oh yeah, I might be screwed. I think I might be kind of screwed. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose because I'm not winning Indiana and this I'm not winning Indiana and Kentucky by enough to win. 35? Oh yeah, I don't think it's enough. He's winning Virginia by 13 points. Illinois is a 22-point win. Yeah, I definitely got cooked. I think I got cooked, probably. Maine, he wins by 12. He won New Hampshire by 9. Oh yeah, see, look, you already got Georgia. Yeah, I already lost, basically. I'm basically cooked here for the most part. Yeah, see, look, Pennsylvania, he won it by 4. Same thing for Georgia. He basically won it by over 4. Wisconsin, he won it by 5 points. Um, yeah, I got cooked. We're just waiting for some more results. Nevada is a 6-point win. Arizona, 3-point win. North Carolina was under a point, which is interesting. And he got Florida. He barely was able to win Florida. So he was able to win 350 to 185. And then they're waiting for Alaska, which will probably go Republican. Biden got 83 million votes. Donald Trump got 72 million votes. So it's a slightly bigger victory than the 20, not slightly bigger, but it's a bigger victory than 2020. But it's because I was playing on impossible mode. So I mean, that's probably why that was the case. That's probably why it was, so bad. The polls closed in about 35 minutes as of right now. Oh, I just closed out of something by accident. Let me go over here. I think I closed out of Rhode Island. I think that's what I closed out of. Let me go to Rhode Island. Yeah, that's what I closed out. It has not reported at all. That has not reported. Connecticut is still reporting some votes. Literally barely any of the vote is in Connecticut. Rhode Island 66%, 15,000. Trump 80% here with almost 9,000. He's probably gonna hit a decent amount, but I think he has a higher percentage than Biden in Rhode Island, and he also has a higher percentage. Oh no, Biden took over in the percentage count in Connecticut, but he's still leading him in the percentage wise in Rhode Island, so that's pretty interesting. Um, mm, all right. So, all right, guys, I am actually going to take a break for like a couple minutes. So give me like a little bit and I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you guys with the screen with the electoral votes. I'm gonna just mute myself and take off the video capture for a second, so I'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to end it right here. I'm not feeling the absolute best. I don't know if you've been able to hear me coughing and stuff. But I am gonna actually have to go now. I know the polls in New York, the polls in New York and Wisconsin have not closed, but I am gonna have to go for now. So I do apologize for ending it early, but I am gonna have to go off now because I don't want to be on here and not give like 100%, my 100% foot forward. And I don't want to like half-ass anything. So I am gonna in fact just end it now. So the next stream I will be back. I will be back. I'll be doing a little bit better in the next stream. So I hope to see you guys very, very soon. If you guys are still here and you are new, please like the video, subscribe, make sure to hit the post bell, follow the Twitter, and join the Discord. Excuse me, in the description down below, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon.